Oh, well, this is interesting. Now, be aware that they're watching you, and it's not a problem. So what? Someone's watching you, and yeah, big deal. They are watching you. So what? And they're just watching. The struggle between the Divine Feminine Collective and women, and the Divine Masculine Collective and men, started in Troy, and the struggle of Troy is all about the two collectives coming together, clashing in battle in the spirit and the principalities. And because of the truth and the fact that the information was forgot, the information was not correct that was shared and given to us. So not only did we have the wrong information in the mythology presented to us as mythological fact, if that could even be seen as a fact in a mythological sense, mythology being a time when gods and men lived side by side in a relationship where gods favored men and also men were favored by gods and goddesses. To discover a fact that is known to us through mythology, and all mythology comes from an academic view in the spirit and the standpoint of that secular ability of humans to be secular society and involve God as a mythological fact with is considered to be not real. Mythology is not real and not considered to be ever to have been necessarily real, which makes mythology not a fact, or any kind of information that comes from the myth as not a factual basis for the information whatsoever. So it's not reliable. In fact, it's not can be considered to be any kind of a fact. Mythology is considered to be largely just information passed down from culture to culture that was in the culture and considered important for whatever reason they shared it. It's often stories that, to an interpreter, that makes no sense to many. And it makes sense to me to call a duck, and a quack, and for any reason I'm not able to be an influence in this, that, either one, human race, then it's because of a removal of the attention from people that are watching and monitoring everything I do and everything I say, and relentlessly judging and also taking for themselves anything they want from it as their own information, meaning I'm not copyright protected for anything I say or do. It's truly not mine. I don't own it, so I can't even claim it that I own any of this information. It comes from God, not me, and comes from me, not God. This is what I'm told to tell you. So some of the information actually comes from me and not him. So if the information is bipartisan and in a cooperation between 2 or 3 entities at a struggle, all our culture is struggling, and our society exists as in a struggle against God and for God, and willing to do God's will, not ever even knowing exactly what it is. For when God is with you, you're without a witness, and there is no way to confirm the interaction is even taking place or that God's even with you at all. Meaning our relationship with God was far removed from us at one point in the past, a couple thousand years ago. We lost our privileges to speak, talk to, or witness any kind of interaction with our God because he withdrew his presence from us in the world and told us he would leave and not ever come back and we would never see him again. And any future relations with him would be had without our own knowledge and or not including our head or ego or consciousness in our head. It would be with our hearts. So God would continue a relationship with our hearts, and only in our hearts would we ever hear him speak to us or communicate again. It would be through feelings. So the relationship between God and man went from feelings plus always God being around telling us everything. So not just feelings and interpreting feelings and not knowing God, but we knew God. We had feelings shared with God when God was with us and next to us and living with us. When God was in our lives and we saw him walking with us, we enjoyed the relationship as a privilege of the highest caliber kind. Certainly when God is with you, walking around in front of you in a body that you can see it's him, and you know that God is a tangible fact, then all conflict may stop absolutely at that time, either one, forever after. The conflicts between men and women are eternal struggles which are being carried out and lived out by all of us together. And mother is not father, and father is not mother. They struggle against each other or work apart in cooperation and not together. Collaboration is not cooperation or relations. Collaboration is for the gain of both and not for the gain of the intent for the other gaining anything. The collaboration between God and man is not a collaboration. God wants no collaboration with men, mankind, or womankind, woman or women. God wants no relationship with any men or especially any women. Moreover, all women are subjected to God's wrath, judgment, and God blames all women for the destruction of mankind. Is a fact that mankind has been utterly destroyed in the past, and conflicts happening ongoing since then for thousands of years are as a result of the ongoing struggle that has not ended and is still in full effect. A battle between two collectives of the masculine and feminine, an ongoing fight between men and women in all cultures and in every country, and participating or not participating in the conflict is crucial and key to position and authority and privilege and reward and punishment. Some people don't want to participate in it. Some people do. Excuse me. If have a great Christmas is a way to say good luck in hell. This place is hell on earth. It's not so bad, really. It's not so bad. In fact, it's perfectly acceptable in the sense that questions, not answers, are all I will have. If I'm not here to play the role I need to play, having the will to enact and enable myself, and having the will to act as a ambulatory spirit that has a motivating force and factor, a consciousness that's aware of the moving and of the moving power of the spirit within me as I'm possessed by my spirit, keeping it, having it, holding it, and then animated by it, empowered by it, and ultimately happy about it. Consciously have to know. I won't give myself up and let myself go, or life's struggles are unbearable too often. If I have to accept loss or dispossession of myself forever, or even for a long time. Whoa, this is totally different from whoa. This is totally different from doing the phone thing. Pay attention to the news. It's going to be interesting. For sure. Okay, I'll see you next one.